howdy, howdy. Happy to be here and happy you're here with me. And if you're new here and enjoy this content, I do hope you'll subscribe. This is Southern Gals Crochet. I am Heather. Hi. So today we're going to talk about how my market went and what I've been up to since my market. And let's see where to start. So the market was the third Saturday market, and we had 11 vendors. When we started last year, I do believe it was in October when we started last year, we had 3 vendors. The second time we did it, we had 2 vendors. The third time we did it, we had 5. We're up to 11 now, so we're steadily growing. And I heard from the coordinator that if everybody had shown up that said they were going to, we would have had 15 vendors. So that's pretty good for our small little town. Okay. And because we had that many vendors, we definitely had more traffic. The more they see us, the more they stop, you know. And anyway, so let's go ahead and start with what sold. The very first sale I had was a baby chick for $8. And then I didn't get another sale again. The show started at 9 o'clock. I did not get another sale until 12:30. And we had, I guess what you would call a afternoon rush. Because I sold a loaf cat for $15, a stingray for $8, a hedgehog for $25. My poor hedgehog didn't even make it through a whole show. That's my very first hedgehog, and it was gone just like that. And I sold a frog for $5, a kiss for $5, a Hershey's kiss, a little Hershey's kiss, a chicken for $18, a sea turtle for $15, another chicken for $18, a washcloth for $8, and then we had a really slow rest of the day. I sold 1 squid for $20 and 1 scrubby set for $10. So we had most all of my sales was in that 1 hour period from 12:30 to 1:30. It was like we had a midday rush on a Saturday. So that was weird. In total, I made $155. And let's see, let's get to my market information here. So it was $0 to get in, and I estimated that I would make $50 because I usually make around 80 to 100, but I always want to give myself a little leeway, so I put down $50. And so I definitely made my goal. 41 of that 155 was square, 114 was cash, and I paid hubby $23. So my ending profit was $132. And I sold 12 items. And I sold 2 chickens, so that was my popular my popular one for that day. But I did sell, you know, a washcloth and a scrubby, so I did sell some of the non-plushy items. Um, let's see. Oh, and I did spend $7. There was a girl right next to me, and she was new, and she had jams and pottery and some sewn bunny rabbits. And I was looking at her jams, and she had one that was Maine blueberry jam. And I was like, oh my goodness, I gotta get that. And turns out she is from Texas, but they spend a lot of time in Maine, which I thought was so cool because, you know, this girl was born in Maine. So I was thrilled to talk to someone about Maine. That was awesome. And so yeah, I spent $7 on some jam, which I haven't even tried yet. It was very chilly and it was very windy. And we had a few people who closed up really early just because it was so windy. And I hung it out. I had a few moments where I had to pick some things up off the ground because the wind knocked my display over. But that is what it is, you know. I try really hard to weigh everything down with rocks and things like that. I might have to start getting me some bricks or something. Rocks ain't cutting it anymore. So yeah, that was pretty good. I mean, it was nice to have a lot more people there, different people to talk to. Not that my normal people to talk to ain't bad, but it was nice to have some new blood. Alright. So there's that. My next market is at the dance hall, and I am hoping, fingers crossed, to get about $300 out of that event. So it's a bigger event. Of course, it costs a little more too. It was $40. So fingers crossed things go really well there. And that is next weekend, which is only 4 days away. Wow. Like the weeks are just flying by. Anyway, so speaking of my calendar, that's what happened to my morning this morning. I received an email, an invoice, and another email, and I was like, okay, let's go ahead and tackle this schedule and get it down packed for the rest of the year. And so that is what I spent all morning on. But I have it pretty much down to, I am doing 39 events this year. And, well, possibly, no, 38. I'm definitely doing 38. Possibly 39. But it looks like we're only going to have 2 weeks off. 1 week in September and 1 week in October. And that's our only time off for the rest of the year. Because we've had such small events, I had to branch out a little bit, and so I'm going to be hopping not to the next town, but the next one after that. So yeah, I'm going to be going just a little bit further than my normal range, just to try to get a little bit more business. And I signed up for this market. It's every second Saturday. And so hopefully that will yield some not great results, but decent results. I don't hold it high in for great results because it is a small town. It's even smaller than the one I'm in already. So we'll see. But I went ahead and signed myself up for most of the rest of the year just to have a routine, get it going, and if it doesn't pan out very well, then of course I won't be doing it next year. But I'm fingers crossed everything goes perfectly. So yeah, I spent a lot of time this morning figuring out this schedule and filling out applications, messing with my printer who did not want to scan anything. I don't know what its problem is. I have to unplug it, plug it back in, turn my computer off, restart it, and it's like, what is wrong with it? It's like having a connection issue. It's driving me crazy. But I finally got it all done. So I could be here for you guys. Oh, but anyway. And then I have gotten a few things crocheted, and we'll get on that. Okay, so here we go. We have 2 hedgehogs, one purple, one blue hedgehogs, big round fluffy things with their little feet. And no, those are not baubles, those are actual feet. This girl don't do baubles, not unless she can get away with not doing them. Anyway, so there you go. 2 hedgehogs, and I had to look it up what this stitch is. You know, it's just a loop stitch, right? But all the videos that I was looking at all had you working from the inside of your work and putting the loops. It was like really weird. Like you insert your hook from the inside of your of your round and put your loop on the outside. And I'm like, what in the world? I do not work from the inside. I work from the outside of my round. And it wanted you to go through the inside of the opposite. Like, you have your round circle, right? I'm over here like, I need something. But, like, they wanted you to work on the inside out instead of going around on the outside. And I was freaking out. I was like, what in the world are they doing? So I finally found a couple of videos that have it working on the outside. And that, of course, took a lot of research and frustration of like, I know how I do it with my thumb, you know, but they were doing it completely opposite, and I could not figure that out. But anyway, my hedgehogs are done, and the pattern is done. And of course, I put a link to that video that best described how I did it, so that it's on the outside. But yeah, the pattern is done. I just need to get it uploaded, which I should have it uploaded by the time you see this video. And of course, I already showed you this guy. This is the second one. The other one is in my inventory bag, but this one I just made yesterday, and I am in love with his little embroidered eyes. And again, this pattern is now ready to be published, and I should have that ready, I want to say tomorrow, but hopefully tonight. And not that this is not a pattern. It is my pattern, but I had to get some extra chickens done today. So 2 sesame chickens done and ready to hit my inventory, because I checked my inventory and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm really starting to get low on things. So I really got to book it and get some of these patterns out and get some inventory going. So I'm in that spring cleaning mode, like get her done. I need to get her done. So yeah. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.